Okay, good evening, everyone. Just wait for a couple of minutes till people are joining, and we'll start in few minutes only. Okay, so in case you guys are having any issues, you can just use WhatsApp group to communicate in case some problem. So just wait for a couple of more minutes. 6:05 is the time. So I'll wait till that, and I'll continue with the topic what we left yesterday. So, okay. So till we are coming, let me share my screen, and I'll just recap what we have done in last few sessions. Okay, so let me pull out document, and that document is already shared with you guys. So I'm just sharing that screen. Okay, so let me recap what we have done. Okay, so in this can be, I'm just reducing a little bit. So yeah, so under that we have little idea about what exactly we are doing. So starting with day 1, 2, we have gone through just basic introduction of cloud. That means what is cloud is all about. Next thing we have discussed how to just connect to the cloud server, to connect with the cloud server. What are the basic information we need? It like IP addresses, it should be there. The next is we have to have user ID, password. And apart from that, we have to have that PPK file that is needed for security reason. So all these 3, 4 information we have gone through. Earlier, we had zero idea, we got it. Next, we introduced with you guys with one tool, and that tool is basically, it's a putty. And we have discussed how to configure putty if you want to connect to the server. And that server, it may be any Linux or any Unix flavor server. I'm not talking about the Windows server or something, any Unix flavor. Like we are using we are using that Linux, then we can use HP UX, Sun OS, any AIX and all those kind of server only, not Windows, I'm repeating, okay? So we got connected with that. We have discussed how to set the basic putty information, like means if you want to increase the font size, because font is very tiny, we are not able to see, suppose. So that part we have discussed. And apart from there, how to check the load on the server. We have discussed what exactly the threshold globally for any IT companies or any infra project. So what is the threshold like when its warning is coming? Next, we have discussed what exactly the specific, the critical, that means we have to take action then and there. So if it is 95% is the standard, so it may be 98%, it may be 92%. It depends company to company, but standard 80 is warning, 95 is critical. So that we have gone through. Again, we have learned few very basic command on Linux, like how to check the load, how to check if some options you are looking for in a command, like suppose we have gone through something called top. So what all are the options available with top? So it's a man, and then the help. We have discussed what exactly way we can check the syntax. So that part we have discussed. What else? Then we have gone through the basic thing like how to move, how to copy, how to use cat, how to use blank file. Then we have gone through little editor. That means we have discussed what is VI editor, how to read one line, how to delete one line, Word, how to save it, how to save and exit at one go. So those kind of thing, basic command we have discussed. And apart from that, what we were into checking the file permission, doing some change on file permission. That topic we were covering. So apart from that, I'll definitely finish that part. But apart from that, before I'll start that point, one of the very important for any professionals, it's so needed, and that is how to check the processes running in the Linux or any Unix flavor server. So you may think that, okay, sir, we have gone through a top command, and top command was showing something. So yes, definitely top command was showing all the top 20 or 40 lines in your screen, not all the processes in the server. Again, I'm repeating, it was showing, top was showing all top consumed processes in the server, not the full server process which is running on that server. The question is, if you want to check specific type of processes, how to check it? Now the question, you might be thinking, sir, what is the use of checking it? So let me share one scenario with you guys. Okay, so before that, let me go and just open this, the server. I'm just going to log into the server. So ultimately, we are going to just finish whatever the basic command, and basic command is already there. So if we have just gone through this thing, we have gone through this, what is putty, this thing we have gone through, the setup on all these, the basic, these commands we were going through. Handful of it's done, handful of it's might be, you might be thinking it's you can just check and all this thing you can do with your own, but focus on the commands what we have discussed to start with, because there is no limit. This is, but whatever command we have discussed, as I mentioned, it's a certain percentage. Okay, so maybe roughly 60-70%. If you will know this, around working professional, around 85% you will be able to do it from the basic. Not for system engineer, but for normal as a developer, as a database admin, these commands are enough. Okay, so enough means you will at least able to work in the environment, in the companies without any problem. Okay, now we have just discussed this thing, the top command and everything. Okay, now coming back to this this screen, specific stuff. Okay, few very useful command we are going to discuss. So that few means only two I'll just focus on, and the third one related to permission. So Before moving to the next topic, we are going to touch base three processes, three command that is very, very, very useful, keeping in mind working professional. Okay, so what this three command is, let me just I'm going to just share my full screen. Okay, give me one more minute for that. Okay, so under that, we all know what we are doing, so just double click it, and here you are giving Oracle, and this. Now, one of the command what I was discussing, how to check the process, which all are the processes running in this particular server. Which server, which version, everything we are aware with, at least uname -a. We can come to know what exactly this is. So there is a command called PS. Okay, PS. The moment you'll give, it is going to show you the entire processes running in this particular server. So out of this, these are the, now here we need to just check little bit extra thing. We are going just little bit deep into it, just to understand what is going on and why it is going on, and what we are going to do to check specific processes. So one server may have 1, 2, 10, 100, maybe 1,000 different users. So if the question comes, okay, can you please tell me which all are the processes running from X user? How you are going to find out? Which all are the processes running from maybe all the users? How you are going to find out? So answer to this question saying that which all are the processes running in the server. Okay, this was the command PS-AF, and it is showing, you see, from where it is running, which user it is running, all this root user, what it is doing internal. These are internal processes. Go down, see, go down. Few are, you can see it's Oracle. It might happen few you may look with different, maybe WebLogic or other user, different user. Here we are just focusing, or we can see in this server only two type of user. One is root. Now question is here, most of the time, this is first time I'm just using this word root. So what is root here? ROOT. So just for FYI, again, we are just trying to understand this as a layman basis. So root user is equivalent to administrator user in Windows operating system. I'm repeating, administrator is equal to root. The moment when it is getting created, when you are installing that, on that point of time, this particular user, that means the root, will come, and you have to give password while installation, same like Windows, if few of you have installed it. So if question, can we give other than root some other user? No. Why root only? That is the standard. We have to follow it. No option other than the root will come. Maybe later on you can give equivalent user, you can give some all permission, but by default, username for any Unix flavor system, I'm repeating any Unix. That means as I'm keep repeating it so that you will able to just the thing will word will go in your mind saying that HP UX, Sun OS, AIX, Linux, different flavor we have for everything. Only root is the default administrator type of equivalent user in this. So by default it comes. And after that, as per your need, you can create a number of user. But so how to create user and all those, it's a add user, that's it. This is a command. So I'm not going much more deep into it, but as a whole, root is the default user for the system. Which system? Any Unix flavor system. Right now we are referring to in Linux. Now, here, Oracle. Why Oracle? Because Oracle right now we are going to focus. Next step will be there to work with Oracle, and the focus will be SQL. So we'll come into what is Oracle, what is SQL, what is SQL Server, what is the relation between all these things. So as a layman term, we will understand, keeping in mind you guys have zero knowledge. Now, so ultimately, long story short, what we find out here, all the processes from 2 user only, because 2 user only available right now. If somebody, you will create another user, that thing will come if something will run under that user. Now, so only it's, you can see here all this thing. Now, you want to check specific, that means not all processes. Maybe if you name the process, name suppose the XYZ process, you want to check whether XYZ is running or not. How to check? You can say, sir, I'll give ps-df grep and I'll go and search it. Yes, you can do it that way. It may take maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, maybe more. So just like in Word or Notepad, we are having maybe thousands of lines or thousands of words. You want to search any one. We used to go to find and just give it, it will search it. Same way, here also we will be able to do it. So we need to know how to search specific one or maybe a related one. Just yesterday, we were discussing that move A star to this. A star means whichever words starting with A, whichever files, whichever folder starting with A will move. Same way here also you can be able to search whichever processes starting with A or something like that. We have all the options just for FYI. Okay, so I want to search some specific process. So here what I'm giving, let me just okay. In this, yes, we have already discussed. Now, grep. Grep is going to do what? It will search specific one. Grep what? If I'm giving Oracle, suppose. That means all the processes, main processes, okay, related to Oracle. Oracle word is there into this. That is going to be displayed. See, in the right side, all the process names are there. See, the moment it is finding Oracle word in those processes, it is going to display. See, all the Oracle processes, see, all these things it's showing. You might be thinking, sir, but here in the user-wise, some few are just showing root, and so directly and indirectly, it is just involving Oracle. That's what it is showing root also here. But that is the user. What we are understanding here, all the process where Oracle names is there. So likewise, I gave Oracle. Right now, we don't know which all or what else we can give. Depending on maybe some Java related processes, you give Java. If something is there Java related, it will show you. Likewise, many more. Because many more means we don't know right now which all other option could be. Even I don't know all. I know few only, depending on which domain you are working on. As I mentioned, in IT, we are having very vast domain. So one person cannot be master or known for everything. No. But yes, we are focusing maybe Oracle, maybe Java, maybe you can go WebLogic, maybe. So those terms, again, we are listening. Okay. For you guys, just you can treat as a variable. Nothing to be very, okay, I don't know WebLogic, I don't know this, that. No. Little bit more, we will definitely come to know about Oracle because it's a database related stuff, database and cloud related stuff. We'll come to know about that. But ultimately, the whole takeaway, what I'm trying to give you guys, that how to check, how to find out the processes. Name can be X, Y, G. Okay. So here, see, few processes are there Java related. See, it came. These are the Java related process. And each and every processes have their own unique process ID. So which one is the process ID? This is the process ID. First, these are the process IDs there. It is uniquely identifying that particular part. Okay, now, if somebody will ask us, because we are going to focus on Oracle, so how to check Oracle software is running or not, or not software, Oracle database is running in this server or not. Again, I'm repeating. How to check? Question is how to check whether any Oracle database is running in this or not. Sir, but I don't know what is Oracle database. Oracle database, it's a repository where we are going to keep huge volume of data. So the main purpose of that database, just like if I'll ask, there's a two area we used to get confused to start with. And that two area is, what is the difference? We are saying that MS Office software is there in your system. What exactly it means? It means if you have that Office or Microsoft Office software with you or your system, your laptop, presentation, maybe Word file, maybe Excel file, all these kind of. So if you don't have that MS Office software, you will not able to create all these files. Same way here, we have to have a few software. First, you have to have Oracle software. If you have Oracle software, then only you will able to have Oracle database. Just like if you have MS Office software, then only you will able to create Word document. And inside our Word document, you will able to just put content or whatever you want to keep it, data. Same way here, Oracle software you have to have, it's already, we have configured it. On top of Oracle software, Oracle database should be there. Why database? Because that is the place where we are going to keep data. Then why we can keep data in Word also? Why this Oracle database is needed? That is a very, means you can say, scratch level question. To start with my career long back, I used to think, to start with, just I was studying on that point of time. And to be honest, it was not clear to me. And few of you might be thinking, what is this? This is, we all know this. But see the layer, purpose. That is almost missing to handful of us. Few of you are clear, that's okay. But if you are not clear, this is the time we have to be crystal clear with this. Now, in Word document, we said we can able to write some line, picture, this, that we can do. The Oracle what? Oracle is going to have the humongous volume of data. You can keep it in terabytes. One table size is in terabyte. Can you have In Word document, that terabyte, forget about terabyte. In GB size also. In Oracle, you can able to cater the entire organizational data, maybe any volume of transaction of any banking data. That alone Oracle database is able to handle it. So altogether different. We cannot compare, but yes, in the bottom line, purpose to start with is for small, it's okay. For volume, big stuff, big security, many features. Coming back to this point, that whether Oracle database is running or not, how to find out. This is one of the very basic tasks. But to start with, we are unable to just perform it. Now, let me. Okay. So the command is last word I have used, pmon. It's a process monitoring. If right now it's nothing is showing, it indicates that Oracle database is not running. No Oracle database is running here. This is hardcore technical, or you can say hardcore. Any professionals are using these things. So I gave name pmon. Question you might be thinking, but sir, how come I know it's a pmon? Pmon for Oracle. That is the technical part. You are you are learning, and now you came to know. Go globally anywhere. If somebody will ask to check the Oracle database is running or not, this is the global command for everybody. It's not for you different, for me different. Globally. No here and there. Maybe substitute, maybe there. But this is the global command. Go anywhere in the world. If you want to check the Oracle database is running or not, this is the command. That's it. You know. The question was, sir, how we will come to know, or how you came to know that this is the command. I also learned. I got training. I read in a book. That's what. You can go to Oracle manual. It's there. That is the learning. That's it. So the surprise part was, sir, how come I know? Hope right now that questions answer you all got it. Right now I shared with you all. If not me, maybe you might be reading in any Oracle document, or maybe any lecture, or maybe in your company, your senior will share with you. So that is the learning. So this, like pmon, if you are having different application means any different technology. For all different technology, different names is there. So that name you have to know. Either from document, either your senior, or maybe training, you have to get it. Question is, are we getting all these kind of things in our education system? No, because it's not possible, right? This is something, maybe this kind of specialization. This some setup is not there, or maybe whatever reason you can say, maybe it's a flaw in our education system, maybe. Not going into that direction. But if you don't know, so you don't know. If you don't know, definitely you are going to face challenge in the technical interview when you go for any technical round of interview. But see, if you know it, your level will be different for sure. Question is, sir, these are the things. Yes, these are the things. You might be thinking that if maybe very first time I'll fail to remember, but if I'll use a few time, it is going to be easy. And that's what I keep saying, I told you guys in the day one, we are not doing any rocket science. These are the things we have to do it. Just I got a call in the morning around 9:30. Just one of the guys joined the company. Same profile as database and cloud admin. So how was the thing last day, means yesterday? So the whole day hardly we check the health of the database and we check everything was doing. It's a monitoring kind of thing, no as such work. But the moment call comes, okay, can you please check whether the database in this server, any databases are running or not? Okay, I'll check. Just simply go log in, same process. Already double click, log in, give to this command. No, nothing is running. Okay, sir, nothing is running. Maybe database was down. If it is down, can you please make it up? Yes, sir. It's 30-second command. That's it. Database will go. Your work done. But who will tell you that to start the database, these are the commands? We'll learn it. To check the Oracle process, these are the command. That is the thing. That is the working exposure, what you guys are getting now. What else? So what we have learned in last 15, 20 minutes, just to check the processes. Okay. We focused on the specific. I started with PS minus EF, just full, then Oracle, then maybe Java. Maybe I just pinpoint one thing. It's related to Oracle. So for Oracle, what to check? Designed came from Oracle. So can it be in place of P1? Can I give anything? No. P1 means P1 only. One or two substitute is there. I'm not going to give more detail, but that is more than enough for that purpose to checking the database whether. Now I'm going a little bit deep something. So one or two scenario actual work people are doing. 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 year. Yes, if they're as a specific profile database administrator, they are doing it. Okay. So next question. Okay, sir. Database is not running, but how come I know any database is there in this server or not? This is another question. Just like how to know whether Java software has been installed in this server or not, or any Java you can replace with any name. That is already installed it or not. How to check? What we will do for that? Again, for every product, there is a default, some or the other command will be there. Once you learn one time, just like this is for lifetime. If somebody will ask Oracle database, it's done for you for lifetime. Second question I was asking, how to know whether database is already installed or not. Maybe database is there, not running. That is a different story. But how to check it? How to check it? How many number of databases there in this installed in this server? It may be 1, it may be 10, it may be 20, depending on the capacity of server or usage of that database. How to check? So we have learned command. What command? Cat. Okay. Here there is a command called cat/etc. Why/etc? That is the design. Here only we have to check. For Linux, sir, can we check in another location? No. That is the rule. When somebody is creating Oracle, entry will be there in this location only. It cannot be somewhere else. So this is the file, Aura tab. Hit enter. Just for FYI, whenever you are getting this hash sign, that means is equivalent to comment. This particular, whatever you are getting, hash means whatever after hash is written, it's comment. you will come to know what is the purpose of this file, and if you read it, you'll come to know what exactly it is for. So right now it is blank. Blank means right now nothing is there, means no database has been created in this. So I said two things to you all. One is the database, but before that I said whether Oracle software is there or not. We are doing reverse engineering. Reverse engineering means first we check software is there or that database is running or not. It's not running. Then we are checking whether at all database is available or not. It's not available. Now we are going to check whether Oracle software is available or not. Same question can be for Java, can be for any. I'm just giving one. You can just replace with any other software or any other product. So what I'm trying to tell you guys, why I'm saying all this thing. Command-wise only one PS minus A grep done. But apart from that, we are just for last maybe half an hour we are discussing all these. These are the exposure. These are the real thing you have to do it. These things we are not getting in the book. Until and unless, and if you go through a document and all this, it will take maybe a week time to understand this half an hour thing. And on top of it, bonus is whether you understood it's correct or wrong, nobody will validate you. But here, you are listening and you are getting just confident saying that person who have worked it, they are saying. So level of confidence, conviction will be there in a different level for all of you. Okay, so two things was one. Third thing I'm checking whether Oracle software is there or not. Again, remember, for each and every software, there is a standard where you are going to install. You can install XYZ location, but as per standard, we need to follow some rules. And for this software also, when I'll show you the location, it might be under X, then Y, then G, then this. Why so many? Take example of, most of you are aware with this Windows operating system. Why everything is there in C drive, not D drive? Normally by default, all the, that means the operating system related stuff, we used to use in a drive called C, not D. It doesn't mean that D cannot have software, that operating system files. But why we are putting C only? It's a standard, right? Same way here also. Why? I'll show you why this particular software's locations are in this way. This is the standard. Just like everything we are having in Windows, it's a program file. Why program file? Can it not be XYZ file? It can be, but why it is program file? It's a standard. Okay, now here, coming back to the again question, location. So CD/U01. Sir, can it be U02? Can it be? Yes, it can be U02. It can be your name. It can be organization name. It can be anything. But as per standard for Oracle software, we used to use this U01. It can be anything. Again, I'm repeating. But whenever you join any organization, there are n number of ways to find out. But the standard is you go start with U01. And there are 90% chance you will be getting your software there. What else? Under that, APP. Under that, Oracle. So these are the things, this many, why not only? No, these are just like program file, there's this system 32, a driver, n number of things used to be there, right? Same thing here. So what else? Then after that, product. This is the location. So the main software, Oracle software, location is this. Again, questions are how you came to know it's there only. That's the standard, as I mentioned earlier. Still, if you are getting confusion, there will be a document, it will tell you what is the. Here, I'm going to use one professional word, and this is for not only Oracle, this is for all the base software you are using, and that is known as the home location. So the question is, what is home location, sir? So home location is the folder where your specific software got installed. All the main library, this main software content will be available. If somebody is saying Java home, means all the main Java software has been put on that location, that folder. If somebody is saying Oracle home, Oracle software is getting kept over there. So that is home. So here, that's what it is saying, DB home. That means this is the location all the Oracle softwares being kept. Just for FI, nothing else. If you'll check within that, so we have learned something called ls-ltr, right? See, so many folders are there. We are not going to do anything, and we are not going to touch anything over here. But this is, once you will install Oracle software successfully, then only you are going to be in position, you are eligible to create Oracle database. Just like MS Office software installation, this is equivalent to that here. Once this done successfully, then only you will able to create a database. But how to create database? There is a command I'm not going to detail. That is going to be, that's ultimately you are going to learn this, but later on. That means this is we are focusing on. And why I'm saying all this thing, once you came across all this thing, later on I'll use these words, go to Oracle home, you'll able to relate to what I'm referring to. And that is the reason we are spending some more time. And apart from that, definitely the real exposure part is also needed, just to give you guys confidence. Yes, this is what we all are doing. Okay, so this is the location and all these, that means software location, then the database will be there, then whether database is up and running or not, this thing is there. Now, what next? Let me just connect one more time. And this is again what next I'm going to show you. That is again real time thing. See, as I mentioned last session or last to last session, that when we are just sitting here and doing nothing, here due to network stuff, keep exiting or dropping it. But normally, some default time is there. If you are not touching or not doing anything, the session will be disconnected. Because if somebody is just doing nothing, people like me, maybe 100 or maybe 1,000 person will just simply go log in and sitting at a scene. Still, some resources are getting consumed in the server. Just like we used to have what, if you're not using a laptop for maybe specific time, 5 minutes more than that, it is going to be sleep mode or hibernate. Different mode is there, or sleep mode, normal term, sleep mode. Why? Just reduce the resource or just unnecessary wastage of different kind of activity in the laptop or desktop. Same thing here, it is disconnecting. But if you're doing some very urgent work and you don't want to be, that means the session to be discontinued again and again and again. So how to avoid that situation? You will not do anything, but still you want you to be connected, because in the background something urgent might come and you have to attend, because connecting the session is still taking a few seconds, right? You don't have that much time also. Sometimes situation comes, we have to be they're proactive on that. So if that is the situation, very urgent thing, you don't want your session to be discontinued, what he will do. Okay, for that, we are having one setting where in the putty only. So hope you got the context what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay, so in this we have to go to change setting, and in this you are going to have, see, different options are there. So all we are not going to understand here, and right now maybe one or two extra will be needed, that if needed we can discuss later on. But in this we are going to have there, see, a number of things are there, which one is useful, which one is not. That for now, this thing might be just little idea I'm giving. This is for column and row. That means in one window, that column length means how many that character, how many number of row you want to display. Okay, it will keep it. So you can just increase or decrease here. And this is very important. Scroll. Suppose you are typing, keep typing something, something is coming, right? So if this scroll back is very less number, what will happen? After some time, whatever you have done activity-wise, it is going to be locked. It is going to be vanished. But it might happen we are doing some very important activity, some command we are typing in this, that. But normally in the real life environment, this normally we used to give this. That means that many number of line you can go in scroll, keep scrolling. Purpose, if something important you have typed and you want real quick, so no need to type the whole thing. There's a time consuming, it might happen the typo error. So normally we used to go to scroll, copy, paste, those things. So that's what we used to do this one. What else? So this thing we have gone through that font size and that kind of thing we used to do. And what else I was okay, this thing's done. This is as such not needed. Here also everything is good. Windows, that we have at least little idea that part is there, but most important, this is being used whenever we are just there in the organization. These setup we have to just do it. Reason we have already discussed. Okay, one more thing what I was searching, just to me. This option, okay, see, connection, and see, just if you all are able to read it, just try to read it. What it is saying, sending of this null packet to keep session active. So if you'll give by default 0, 0 means it's not pinging the server. So if you are sitting idle, whatever time set is there, after that it will disconnect. But if I'll give something called, suppose 30, what exactly? Every 30 second or maybe every 15 second, it will ping. That means it will tell, oh, I'm alive, I'm alive. That means it will ping internally and it will go to server. Yes, somebody is active, somebody is working every 15 second or 30 second, whatever you number give. So if you'll give that time to time, it is getting disconnected, that is going to be stopped, provided your connection is perfectly all right. So if connection is disconnecting, that is a different story. It will disconnect anyway. But this way, the chances are there that you will not be able to just, if you are sitting idle, you will not exit from that terminal. Okay. So hope this particular thing is, you all are just getting it at least. And if any confusion, definitely we are going to cover maybe after 15, 20 or half an hour, we are going to connect. So I'm taking just 2-minute water break and I'll be back after that. Okay, so just 2 minutes. Okay, sorry, I was on mute. Okay, so what next? So whatever discussion we have gone through just related to process and related to software, location, related to whether how to check whether did a software installed, did a base created, what is the default location, what is this home, the moment something called home means what. Okay, so the moment somebody is saying it's a go to Oracle home, so you'll able to understand, okay, Oracle home means I have to go to that location where Oracle software has been installed. How to find out which location? Again, you will be having document or standardized U01, maybe U02, depending on the company standard. So these things, and that is I'm using Oracle word, but it may be for any softwares. Any software means anything that Linux or any Unix flavor servers is having or entitled to install over there. Okay, so every software have their own default location. Okay, now coming back to the last thing for today, that permission related thing. Okay, so let me, I'm just stopping the sharing and extracting yesterday file. Okay, so you can save some time over there. And this was the file we were discussing yesterday. Okay, and let me just 8 was the name. So I'm just going to create one file over here. Okay, so it's already there. Suppose 8. Now we have discussed all this, what 9 is all about. Okay, so let me repeat once. Total, if you see this hyphen, total 10. First is, we all know, if it is blank means it's a file. If it is D means directory. Sir, can it be apart from this hyphen or D? Can it be anything? Yes, one option can be there. It's L, means link. So what is link? What is not? We are not going to discuss that thing. It's out of scope of the thing what we are doing right now. So here, this we are referring for what? A file called X. This 8. This thing, whatever this permission is for 8. We discussed this is what? This is the owner. That means the first, this is representing this owner part. That means it is representing Oracle. That means we are sitting in the Oracle. By sitting in Oracle, this has been created. So that is the owner. Now, what is a group? Here for file name 8, group is O install. So what is this O install? That can be ABC also. That can treat you as a variable. That is known as group. Just like you are in school days, suppose. We used to have different group, right? Red means maybe color-wise or some name-wise name. Red, blue, green. What exactly it means? You are in the same class, you are individual. So you are having their own identity, but in the next level, you are belonging to that group. So ultimately, to put you or to manage you, depending on the different activity, there is a group or there is a different color system in the classroom. Same way go for any organization. We are having what, say for example, in IT companies, they said he is from DBA team. What exactly it means? He have their, means his own identity, own work, but he belong to DBA means one of the common thing is he is from database team. 10% having individual everything, but common group. So in this, the group concept, you will able to manage the stuff in much more better way. Here managing, what manage, we are talking about managing the security of the file here. Same way you are from HR department. That means what? It's a different organizational label or different organizational name. Through that, the work is getting categorized. So here also we are having different group for better security management for the file. Now, so one is owner, we have good idea. Group, it can be again anything, but that for security, to manage the stuff better way we are living. What is third? Public. Public means what? In this security, anybody, that means one file, owner is maybe you. The second level security, you are coming under that group, so that person will have some different level of accessibility to that file. And one is public means outside of the world, anybody can able to access your file. That is the 3 level of security management. One is owner can do something, what something, read, write, execute. Second, group can do what? Read, write, execute. You want, no, owner can do read, write, execute. Group and public cannot do anything with that file. How to control? You will be able to control it. How? We will see it right now. You want, no. Owner can do read, write, execute. Group can do only read. And other means public cannot do anything. See, one file, but for owner, different permission, set of permission. For group, different set of permission. For public, different set of permissions. How you will control it? To control it in much more better way, these concepts came into the picture. And it's very vital for anybody. To start with, yeah, a little bit, maybe you guys may think little tricky on all those, but this is what, nothing more than that. Now, how to change this thing? Because as I mentioned, that right now 8 is having read write, but request came to you, you are working as a engineer for that particular project, you got instructions saying, okay, do one thing, the file name 8, can you give execute permission to owner? Read write is already there, you can see. Hyphen is there, that means no permission for execute. Or other permission may come to you saying that, okay, can you please give permission, read, write, read is already there, write permission to group. Or write and execute permission to group. How to do this thing? So the main thing we have to think, why we are discussing this thing? We are discussing due to security management. We used to just listen, this server being hacked. So here in one server, just try to understand the reality. One server will be managed in different level by different team, by different individual. And if anybody is going to make any small mess, entire system may crash. Just try to understand the importance or try to feel the situation. One server can be damaged by any one individual. How to keep track of this? And that is the reason all these different levels of security. If you are in this team, suppose Oracle user cannot touch root any file. You cannot do anything. How it is being done? Due to all these security. You might be thinking, why we are discussing all these things? That is the background behind it. If you will not manage one single file, if you will delete, the entire server may crash. Such an important server crash means, as I mentioned, we discussed yesterday, what will happen. Such an important, such a critical part is this. Okay, now, so that is the background behind it, why we are learning. Okay, now how to give the command, that is again you have to mug up for a day or two and it will be there forever. If you understood the concept, you are done for lifetime, I can tell you. Okay, now for everything we used to have one formula, right? Here also some formula is there. What is that formula? I'm just coming here. Some number is there. Okay. This number is having some meaning. Okay. What the meaning? I'll tell you. If you'll add it, all this 3, it is going to be 7. This is going to be 7. This is going to be 7. So 42617. See, 777. And now all the formula is just residing here only. And next 5 minutes, a 10 minute is going to be a little tricky. Okay, it's very easy, I can tell you, but maybe first time you might be thinking. Now, you want to give full permission, that means read, write, execute to owner, read, write, execute to group, read, write, execute to public. So if you'll add read, if you'll give 4 means read permission you are giving 2. If you're giving 2, write permission you are giving. If you are giving 1, execute permission. If you want to give all permission, you have to give 7. If add it, whatever is coming is there. So this is belonging to owner. Same concept. This is belonging to group. Same concept. This is belonging to public. Now, if these are the things, what command to give so that this will take effect. So command is very simple. ch change modify 777. Which file? 8. What exactly it means? 77 means read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute. You have to just type this into here. 8 is there. Right now what we have, read, write, no permission for owner. Read permission is there, write, execute, nothing. Read is there, write, execute. I want to give full permission to all 3 of them. That means owner, group, user. ch mod 777, then file name, whatever file name is there. See, read and execute. Full permission. Now, if I want to give full permission to owner, full permission to group, but no permission to public, no read, no write, no execute, what command we have to give? Seven means full permission owner, 7 full permission group, nothing for this. So same thing. Everything is going to be same. Here only just 0. Hit enter. Now see ls minus LTR. See, I want to remove all permission from everybody. What you will do? Give all 0, 0. See? Now, I want to give only execute permission to owner, nothing else. Only execute permission to owner means ch mod. Execute permission means first is 1, nothing for else 0, 0. See, if somebody will ask, okay, I want to give read and execute to owner. So read execute means 5. Read write to group 4 to 6. Only read to public 4. See, so if that picture is clear with you all done. Okay, nothing. chmod. What I said, read write suppose, so 6. You want to give read and execute 5. You want to give only suppose only read 4. To whom? Give the file name. 8. See this thing. Now, few of you are doing live practice. Good. See, rewrite only, read only, execute and read. See, this is this only read, read and execute only read. See, so this is basically what we are just doing, and it's very, 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 very important. Okay, right now I can tell you, you guys don't know the value of it, what you have learned. And as a whole, in 1 hour, we are into discussion. So you don't know the value of it, what you have learned. Okay, if 50% also it's gone, it's much more valuable. This thing you'll not get. Okay, now coming back to PS minus EF grep. Now, can feel the difference? What is the difference between these two? Earlier, database was not there. Now, see, PMON, what? That means the database name SHA is running right now. But sir, how come it came now from the background? Our team has just installed it. Because if we'll show it here right now, it is going to take a lot of time. I don't want to just, because again, these things have a little bit, not little bit, more advanced part. Okay. So now, sir, but can we check how to, means whether the database is installed or not? What you mentioned, just we have to check cat. Just 2 seconds, it seems hang. Give me. So what was the command? Cat /etc//tab. See, intro was not there last time. And this is the location, as I mentioned, this is the software location. So what is the version? Version is this 12. 12 is the stable version being used in the industry right now. Now we are moving to 19 stable, but 12.2. So this way, and if you will PS minus EF grep Oracle, you'll give much more processes you will be able to see now. Earlier it was less, but now see more processes, all this Oracle. Because earlier Oracle server or Oracle database was not running. Right now, see so many. And you're surprised to know if I'll give top command now, in this, see the load now. Earlier, nothing was there, something called 1%, or maybe all are only 0.002%, or now see some 1%. See, what is the process? It's Oracle. So Oracle, though the Oracle database is only running, no load, nothing is there. Still see these many things. The top 2 processes Oracle. Earlier, it was only root. See the server. Earlier, always it used to be 99 point thing. Right now, see 98%, 97%, sometimes 96% also you'll able to get it. See, so little load got in. See 97% idle. That means 3% is getting consumed. This is the real work you are just at least learning few of you are doing it. And that is the thing. It's a matter of confidence to all of us. Okay, so I'm done for now, and we are joining in 2 minutes. You can just come join in the link, the same link, what you guys have it. Okay, same the chat window. You can just get it. I'm just stopping this right now. So you just join, whoever is just watching.